Let me ask you a question. If your marriage hit a rough patch tomorrow, not a divorce, just one of those heavy stretches where life gets difficult, could each of you actually stand on your own financially? I'm not asking because I think you should plan to leave. I'm asking because I've seen this many times. Hi, my name is Dr. Raymond Jewell. Here at Personal Economic Coach, we want to thank you for watching. By the way, we would greatly appreciate it if you would take the time to subscribe since we need your help in growing our channel. Now, most couples never run those numbers until life forces them to. And when they do, it often changes everything. I keep thinking about a couple I worked with. I'll call them Mark and Lisa, both 51, married 27 years, two kids. Mark runs a small business. Lisa works in corporate with a 401k. On paper, they looked solid. One Sunday afternoon, Lisa looked at Mark across the kitchen table and said, "What if we ran the numbers as if we were separating? Not because we are, but so we'd know if either of us would actually be okay." That question hit Mark harder than any tax form ever had, but they didn't argue. They sat down and ran the test. What they discovered over the next few months didn't hurt their marriage. It actually protected their future. That's what I want to walk through with you today. Here's the part I really want you to hear. The IRS sees you as one tax unit, but life sees two separate people, two careers, two bodies, two different futures. Almost every advisor you work with treats your household as one single box, one tax return, one portfolio, one insurance package, one set of estate documents that quietly assumes you'll both stay healthy and married all the way through. But life doesn't always work like that. One of you could lose a job at 58. One of you could get a difficult diagnosis at 60. One of you might want to keep working at 67 while the other is ready to slow down. And yes, one of you will almost certainly outlive the other. A retirement plan that only works if everything stays exactly the same is not really a plan. It's a hope wearing a plan's clothing. Mark and Lisa discovered they had been building one single fragile track for 27 years. When they looked at each person separately, the picture became very clear. Lisa's standalone numbers were okay. Mark's were not. His business had no real protection, no proper disability coverage, and most of the savings sat in joint accounts tied to Lisa's job. Seeing that gap didn't scare them, it gave them clarity. And that's what we're going to build for you. Here are the 5 moves Mark and Lisa made. Move 1, run the dual snapshot. Sit down with your spouse and build 2 separate pictures, one for you, one for your partner, as if each of you had to stand alone tomorrow. What income continues, what assets are truly in your name, what debts follow you. What does the next 20 years look like on your own? This is not planning for divorce. This is seeing your real exposure honestly. Mark and Lisa called it their honest snapshot. They felt closer afterward, not further apart. Move 2. Find each spouse's leaks separately. When you look at the household as one big number, the leaks stay hidden. When you separate the tracks, they become obvious. Mark's leaks were on the protection side, old disability policy, no continuation plan for the business, outdated estate documents. Lisa's leaks were on the coordination side, old retirement accounts with high fees and wrong beneficiaries. You don't have to fix everything at once. Just start finding one leak per person per quarter. That alone is more progress than most couples make in 10 years. Move 3. Make each track survivable on its own. This is protection first. For Mark, it meant proper disability coverage, key person insurance on the business, and updated legal documents. For Lisa, it meant her own brokerage account in her name only, clear beneficiaries, and making sure her credit and health care weren't completely tied to Mark. Protection never feels exciting, but it creates quiet confidence. You cannot grow your way out of a structure that cannot survive one hard year. Move 4. Coordinate the 2 tracks by choice, not by accident. You don't want everything merged, nor everything completely separate. You want two healthy tracks that overlap on purpose. Mark and Lisa chose to overlap on the kids' education, the house, long-term care, and family legacy. They kept independent on personal accounts, certain insurance pieces, and some career decisions. That is a real partnership with structure. Move 5. Pick 2 retirement dates and run the math. Don't force everything around one date. Honor both real lives. Run the numbers for each person's timeline, then layer them together. Most couples find the household plan actually gets stronger, not weaker, when both tracks are honest. These 5 moves work because they put protection first, structure before strategy, and clarity before fear. They treat you as two real people sharing one life, not one tax form with two names. That's the kind of work we do at Personal Economic Coach. We sit at the table with both of you. We build the 2 honest snapshots, find the quiet leaks, protect each track, and coordinate the household by design. So here's my one gentle ask. If any part of this felt a little too close to home, if you've been quietly wondering whether your plan would actually hold up, reach out, send a short note, or schedule a call at personaleconomiccoach.com schedule. We'll sit with both of you, look at your numbers, and show you what a clear 2-track plan could look like for your exact situation. No pressure, just clarity. Resilience is not pessimism. It's one of the most loving things two people can build together.